Greetings, friends. I'm seated in a new location today. Not like it matters. It's pretty dark today, so I figured I'd go in a place with a little more light. I suppose we'll read this entry right here. This one is called Family. This one looks kind of funny, by the way. It seems a little bit more blunt than you might expect, maybe our last book. So let's see what it's like. If you're like some people, sometimes your family can be super annoying. There's always a specific family member that will really get to you for a certain period of time. It seems everything they say or do gets under your skin. So why did God give us our families if all they do is annoy us? You can think about it this way. God gave you your family as a challenge to conquer. Sorry, I wasn't expecting that. And you always learn something new. He specifically formulated each family member to exhibit qualities that would annoy you. Really? God gave you your family to show you that you could learn to get along with each type of person in your family. He knows all the types of people you would encounter throughout your life, and He placed each member of your family in your home so that you could help grow in activities He knows you needed growth in. So rather than trying to get away from your family, why not spend time with them? Try to overlook it when they do stuff that irritates you, because they will. You can choose whether to allow their behavior to rain on your parade or not. Try to learn to get along with them, knowing that in doing so, you are improving the way you will get along with other people for the rest of your life. What we learn at home is the foundation for life when we leave home. Okay, so that's our message for today. I like this message an awful lot because it really, it highlights the parts of family and friends that may not be so pleasant to us, and that, maybe we can see as kind of a learning experience, as many things do when you're learning how to be more of a Jesus-esque person, you could say. That's not a professional way to put it. I'm sorry, but I suppose that's the point. It's true that whether you have a great family or whether you have a very bad family, you can kind of still learn something from it. Of course, if there's something seriously bad going on in your family, then, this probably isn't the best thing to do, just to sit back and accept, whatever chaos happens next, which might not be so pleasant. If you need to reach out to somebody, then, do it. I'm not one to give advice about that. But if you're somebody with just a, average family with just maybe one or two people you might find kind of irritating, it can say a lot about you as a person as well. Even in some excerpts of the Bible, it says this too, about learning how to come to terms with, the issues in yourself and take responsibility for the feelings you try to cast onto other people. The unresolved anger, sadness, jealousy, so many feelings that don't reflect, the state of truly being at peace with yourself. I don't mean that in the way of life, because, that stuff's inevitable in life. Just in the long run, for the future, we can learn how to kind of draw back our projections onto other people and learn how to really understand the parts of ourselves that we don't think are great, That's probably one of the themes I've tried to drive home the most, because it just really is that important. And I think it can probably change your life too. But the point is that your family, it's an important part of your life, whether you love your family or you just couldn't care less. But I would at least hope you have a family that really cares about you. And by some stroke of, persistence and understanding, you can learn maybe how to like some of the more difficult people in your family just a little bit more. If you just spend some time with them and really look at what they're like, the things they may be burdened with, maybe if you learn to take responsibility for yourself, you can help out somebody else too in the process. And that's just another reason, to choose to undergo self-growth. and development with God. And that would certainly make him proud. The main point is just, to pull down your shield of pride and to be able to, raise up your shield of God and of compassion. Maybe you could say like Jesus did when he sat with the people that were outcasted at the dinner table instead of the rich or wealthy. But it shows how far just true kindness can go. And, if you care about yourself, then you'll know how to care about others. If you genuinely, wholeheartedly care about yourself, not only if it's fueled by pride or the promise of receiving something in return, then, kindness can do powerful things. It's one of the few godly things we have as humans in our arsenal. I didn't mean to make so many war connections there, but, sometimes it really is a war with us. But thank you guys for listening, and I hope you got something interesting out of this message, because it certainly is fascinating, and it illustrates this idea better than any of the other messages we've looked at, like in the other book. But thanks, guys, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.